My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to the Chair Crypt of Celia, here in Elden Ring. We collected, last time, the chest that lay in that throne. I will note a visual similarity between this throne as well as the, I guess, entombment of an item directly below, and the great enemy at the bottom of the lake area up here. I don't believe when I killed the two Nox in this area it said great enemy felled. I would in fact be quite surprised if it had. But also, it did spawn a site of grace. Which is what other, I say great enemy singular because I can't say great enemies plural. I don't think I've killed multiple great enemies. Oh no. Okay, you've gotten wind that there's someone else in the environment. There's another one further up on that corner. Let's use this to try and get us a little bit. You know what? I'm actually gonna very quickly. There is a zoom! It's very, very small. Okay, I do apologize for all of the times previously I've said I cannot zoom. There we are. That's what I was looking for. And then you're down there as well. Let's backstep up. So there's that one in the distance, and then there's mannequins, which I also... Oh, man, I'm completely forgetting the controls immediately. And then there's mannequins that I spotted in this vague area. They seem to have already moved on. This, at the very back, I'm seeing man-made structures. Looks like the entrance to a cave. Ah, right. It is indeed the entrance to a cave, and in fact a cave of which I know much. Alright. Well then, let's try and find where the other seals that we have broken so far are. I have rested at a site of grace recently, which means I've already respawned all of the enemies in Cellar. So I think actually what I'm going to take the time to do is go and bank my 11,000 souls on me right now. Try and do something useful with them, get some upgrades, something like that. Rather than just continuously kiss my runes goodbye. Alright, Hugh.
Well, you
took me for dead. I ate your arms then. Smithing Stone 3, we would need one more for the Clawmark Seal upgrade there again. Smithing Stone 5. So I need 2 more of the 5s to get to plus 15. I can get to plus 14. But are we going to be doing that? Nox's Flowing Sword. That's Somber Smithing's. I mean, obviously, it's also a dex weapon primarily. Magma Worm's Scale Sword. Unfortunately, scaling with Faith there as well. Twin Blade with the 18 dex. I really cannot wait to start a run where I just immediately beeline it for that and start using it. Sounds like that's going to be a good time. The Great Axe versus the Rusted Anchor. We said that we wanted the Rusted Anchor possibly for the extra pierce. Right? It's just a better standard and pierce on the Lord Sword. I'm still stuck between the two Heavians. What? You know what? There's better strength scaling on the Rusted Anchor. Let's do it Rusted Anchor style. So if we're doing it Rusted Anchor style, I am going to need to go and buy some more smithing stones. But before we do that, there's something you should know, Roderica. I don't even know what this is.
I need to warn you about something.
Oh, you're saying it to
me. A little
me.
while ago, someone started lurking in the wing on the opposite side of the round table. And I can hear, from all the way over there, the howling and wailing of spirits in fear of a curse. A can even hear the repulsive, twisted malice in itself. A plethora of spirits in an unceasing cacophony. I can't even imagine. How much suffering inflicted to who knows how many souls. Not even the grafting caused anything like this to happen. You should keep your distance. I know you're strong, but please.
Alright, I'll go find him for you. No need to thank me. No need to warn me not to either. Nah, you're just being modest, surely.
I can hear it from the howling and wail. You should keep. I know.
Howling and
I can
wailing,
hear
okay.
it from the howling.
Got
You
it.
should keep your distance.
I do want to see if I can continue with my upgrades here. So, equip to ashes. Yes. There's the Misbegottens, all through Grave Glovewit. I'm still amazed that I can't get even the next level on the Lone Wolf there. But I imagine I could probably level up Oleg pretty hard. Unfortunately, I don't have enough FP to even pay for one single cast of Oleg. So maybe I need to be looking for more early dungeons? Because what am I looking for? Well, early-ish dungeons. I'm looking for Grave Glovewit number 2. I would like to get my wolves to a reasonable degree. They are flattened immediately in most fights right now, which...
I've decided to leave the Round Table Hold.
What?
I'm off in search of a noble scholar known as the Gold Mask, to beg his instruction. We may not meet again for some time. If there's any incantations you wish to learn, now's the moment.
Alright, well that's actually kind of compelling. Silences footsteps, reduces fall damage and sound. Produces a shockwave that pushes enemies away. Her lightning. Increase damage negation of different kinds. Honestly, like casting one of them just for a buff before a fight, but is that my build? I think I might want to just save my money. There are so many different options. I don't need to be a full incantation caster.
May the golden
in this run. There's many more. There's so many more runs available later. And I can only even begin to imagine the amount of replayability, excuse me. So, I was figuring you might have a conversation for us. But that bad boy's open. You got anything to say to us now?
We've spoken.
Not at all. Just the way I like it. Oh. Okay. I thought she was going to be... That's Roderica. I thought she was referring to this guy who does have... Well, let's be real, quite a malicious appearance. Somehow it seems like their plate armor actually itself has a skeleton. Their exoskeleton has an endoskeleton. And that endoskeleton has an endoskeleton as well. Man, Roderica has warned us. As part of her quest line, I'm worried that if I go in here and lose the fight, Roderica dies, right? Why do I feel that way? I feel that way because there is a commonality, a common thread in quests in the Souls games of some young, naive figure under your guidance, possibly in the process of discovering their own power, being killed by some malicious actor who is nearby and consistently posing a threat. You know what? It's fine. I'm so powerful that it's not a problem for me. I can't lock on. Also, there's no combat allowed in this room. Or at least in this area. I don't know, maybe. Oh, you could also actually just be the person who gives us more invasion stuff.
Have you ever felt the curse? With your whole being, the pox upon life itself, feared and despised by all. The reviled blessing. Apparently not. You are but a lamb. A stranger to defilement. Ignorant of your own ignorance.
VM
No longer
Varga.
interest me. I've been long without peace. Don't spoil my quietude.
Yeah, I can imagine how long you've been without peace, as you appear to be bleeding. Not to mention... Oh, right, yeah, the strewn corpses behind you. So I do imagine that if I were invading other worlds, this person would be more important. One thing I do want to draw a little bit of immediate attention to, though, is that. Let me turn the HUD off for a second here. Is that sigil on their chest the sign of the sun? The armor itself does not seem incredibly reminiscent for me. But that seal... Well, that seal looks pretty grossly incandescent to me. You can join worlds for some jolly defenestration. Push the people out of the window. I don't have like a good Soulsbourneiring impression, right? It's just like a strong voice. Rather than one with much particularity of the nuance to it.
Greetings, are you here for... I can hear it, the howling, and you should keep your distance. I know you're
Okay, fine. Final checks in the area. Whether or not any other zones have suddenly opened that were prior closed to us. I believe this is already a dead end out here with all of our grave. Yes, our stone sword key openings. Whether or not they were going to be repopulated by anyone. It's just been a while since I've been in the Round Table Hold. I feel like I should take some time to get the lay of the land again. Alright, back to the Mainless Husks. I'm going to be taking some upgrade materials. So the Rusted Anchor is currently +0, I believe, actually. A little embarrassingly, it is exactly +0. So that is a 2, 4, 6, so 12. 12 of each level, ultimately, I'm going to need. I fear it might be appropriate for us to preemptively pop a couple of these. Worst case scenario, I can spend any excess, though I really don't imagine there will be any, on levels for myself. Offer a bell bearing, nothing to offer, purchase. And we have 2 held of smithing stone level 1, so a total of 10. We'll complete that. And then I have 1 held of smithing stones 2. God damn it. Alright, can I sell to anyone in here? I think Hugh will buy stuff from us. I don't know how much I'm really going to have that's worth selling. One thing I should also quickly have a look at. So, I can craft things. Is there anything that if I crafted it would be more valuable than the components that we use to make it? Right? Can I craft effectively for money in any of these? Rainbow stones, I believe, sell for 10. And I believe ruin fragments will as well, so that's probably a good comparison. But what about the value that my labor added to the product? To the item? Sell. We are... Yeah, it's 10 on the ruin fragments. And... yeah, I'm just pretty certain it was 10 on them otherwise as well. These scale within the glintstone scraps. I'm happy to keep the gravity stone ones, but I think the glintstone scraps should go. That's 1,000. 600. Another 250. Crystal darts out for the same reason. An Aeonian butterfly, as well as the golden centipedes, both worth a decent amount. Not in the great in the great scheme of things, not a particularly large amount, but in this particular instance, yeah. Spinning slash, yeah, that's not a unique attack. But it does restore HP upon slaying enemies. I'm going to get rid of the Nox Flowing Sword, as well as the Magma Worm's Great Sword, as well as the Forked Hatchet. Any of the ones that I'm absolutely certain there is no way I am going to move back into wielding. I will say, if I was ever going to use the double battle axe plan, I would now do that instead with the Iron Cleavers, so we will take both those still available here. Blood Loss build-up available on the Morning Star. Having just easy, in-the-pocket ability to equip a weapon for bleed is probably just a good idea. Charge Forth on Lucerne, which I think I will also get rid of, as well as the Twin Blade. I'm keeping the Dagger because of Quick Step, the ability. Skill prized by the crafty and fleet of foot. Perform a Quick Step maneuver that allows for circling around lock-on targets. I don't intend to use it on lock-on targets, but I do intend to possibly use it. Boost the power of Stone Digger sorceries, scales with strength. Yeah, no, I just think I'm just gonna happily get got. Ballista bolts. I kind of like the idea of keeping the ballista bolts, and they're not that expensive. So we're up to 4,000 now? Okay. It's getting slightly better. I'm gonna get rid of this brass shield. I'd prefer the lighter shield with the ability to parry. Cerulean Tear Scarab is never going to be a thing we want. If I really care about my poise over all else, I could see myself possibly wearing the Marionette Soldier Helm at some point. Cerulean Seed Talisman as well. Ooh, Radiant Skull Seal is worth 3,000 on the sale. Yeah, that seems about right. Raises Faith on the two fingers heirloom there, and raises the potency of incantations. A talisman bearing an icon that depicts a group of masked figures raises the potency of incantations. The figures represent the flock at prayer, their firm belief in the intangible inspiring even the solitary founder of their religion. What is faith, if not an affirmation? Assassin's Crimson Dagger is also pretty good. Yeah, I don't really want to sell any of these. Fingers cannot speak, yet these were eloquent. Persistently did they wriggle, spelling out mysteries in the air. Thus did we gain words, the words of our faith. So we can see a talisman engraved with the Legend of the Two Fingers raises faith. Legend of the Two Fingers. We can see figures prostrate before a central figure that kind of looks like a chromosome. Like you know, there's various biological things that looks like. It doesn't particularly look like two fingers to me, though. However, they cannot speak, yet these were eloquent. Persistently did they wriggle, spelling out mysteries in the air. Is the faith of the two fingers based on the appearance of some otherworldly entity that spoke them secrets? Like, that's at least the immediate read of that on my part. Lifelong duty of those chosen to the gods, said to be the seal of King Consort Radigan. I got bogged down there just trying to read everything again, but I think save that. Yeah, we are basically at the end. I'm gonna go for the upgrades on the hammer. Sorry, the rusted anchor. Okay, so we're missing one smithing stone level 2, as well as the excess souls to upgrade to the next level. So I think that's time to go back out into the field. We've got the +5 on that now? You know what? We've got +5 on that now. How about I go to a slightly earlier area. We attempt to try and get Grave Glovewitz number 2. We attempt to try and do some of the loose threads that may need tying up in these relatively early areas before going back to Caelid. And while doing so, I try and become more familiar with wielding this tool. So light load. It's a medium load if I put anything in the other hand, and I will have to two-hand it to actually be able to utilize it.
Well?
I
Yes.
need some time to think.
We must.
I have no intelligence at all in my entire body, so I'm going to need some time to think, and it's going to take a while. I think our character is still on 8. Alright. Let's make our way down here into the Mistwood. I'm hoping for a jump-off point available near. I think there was one, right? Yeah, I die if I make that fall. But I got... Oh. Hello, Ghosty. What have you got to say?
What's happening? Sweet sapling of glorious gloom. Are your grist teardrop riper?
Oh, sapling, sweet sapling of glorious gold, has your crystal teardrop ripened? Your crystal teardrop. Marinate those words in the old brain pan. For at the moment, I'm feeling like the laws in episode 1 of Westworld. It looks like nothing to me. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Oh, I forgot to have, I forgot to put my HUD back on. I'm gonna take that lump of flesh, extract my lump of flesh, and get that HUD back on auto. There we go. Can I poise break you with a jumping thump? Not in particular, but the damage is not anything to turn your nose up at. And if I recall correctly, I should have... Yes, Finger Snap is very nearby. If anyone's wondering, I was told to snap my fingers in this area once I hear a growl or howl of a wolf. Ooh, buddy. That'll knock him down. 3 attacks. Oh! And jump and attack, and another jumping R2, I think, will actually manage to poise break here. Yeah, not if they get the poise break before I can. I really needed a free frame or two there. That'll do it. Yeah, as I might have expected, the timing on the attacks here, very, very slow. We are going to have to be extremely sure that we have the opportunity to actually commit to the entire swing. Are any of the attacks faster? Like, is there a good initiate? No, the running R2 is actually a pretty good initiate. another rune bear out in that direction. What about the jumping R1? Jumping R2 again. Still a pretty reasonable initiate there. Okay. I think I probably should just try and take this rune bear down before we do anything else here. Largely because I fear the world in which I don't do this, and then I get halfway through a gesture, and then this comes and kills me. It was an early roll. I thought it was going to be enough safety for us. Ooh. Barely any time to really get my endurance back in this fight. Oh, God. I'm gonna try and get the time to drink the Flask of Wondrous Physic there, getting back some extra endurance for the rest of the fight. Especially seeing as you managed to actually down my endurance earlier. No! Oh, okay. At least we didn't get grabbed. Things could have been worse. My good giddy god. Quick chug. Yeah. I feel like you should have been poise broken a couple times over. Alright. We'll just do it the old-fashioned way and take your HP. Beast blood and a lump of flesh. Relatively good crafting items we're getting from them, but I am still going to need to see the thing that I would like to reliably craft that'll make it all worth its while. Oh my god, there's another rune bear over there. Amazingly, the jumping R2 there wasn't even enough to put down the first form of that. It surprises me. Wow. Hello. My endurance is really taking a hit at this point. Alright, we're going to need an opportunity to heal. Which means, yeah, I need to wait for them to put out an extra attack. Roll through the second hit there. I'm getting very consistent poise damage. I am very surprised that we haven't put you down. To the point that I'm starting to get pretty cocky on some of these attacks. And, you know, effectively treating them like, oh, it's fine. We're going to break their poise on this attack, so it doesn't matter that this is a bad setup, or it doesn't matter that the enemy would hit me with their next logical attack. Oh, God. Heck. I managed to dodge that charge. Alright. And again. There we go. Woo! 3 rune bears down. Honestly, not a bad amount of runes to have collected for doing so as well. Oh my god, there's another one. Out of the frying pan and directly into the fire. Literally, there's another one directly over there as well. Man, I need to find a more consistent way of fighting these, I think. Gosh. Actually, maybe we have one. Well, I was trying to change that into a different thing first, but fine. I'm gonna barbaric roar. Which, you know what? I just realized, shouldn't have done. Roaring directly next to a sleeping bear wakes him up often. Oh my god, I really just should have roared far away and then come up close. Life could have been so easy. I can't even land a single attack. Oh, welcome back, militiaman. Okay. I have to be in with the ability to get this poise break here. No, I got that! I think you just spam in response to these and you get let go a little bit earlier. That's at least been my response to them so far. Okay. Oh, God. They're really not giving me any time here. Roll and... That's enough. Man, there is a very large period of safety after he misses that first attack and can't track for the second one. Extremely exploitable. Some throwing daggers there. Ooh, Golden Rune 5. That's like a couple thousand. Definitely worth it for making me fight a rune bear. Speaking of fighting bears, not your lucky day, bud. Damn. It only self-justifies if I actually get good item. Good crafting material, that is. 2, yes. So I don't know if it's necessarily going to be the direct center of the ruins, but... that's probably the easiest place to start, right? I also feel like I would really benefit from faster attacks if I'm about to try and go up against some flying enemies here. Or maybe speed is overrated. Just hit once, hit hard, and don't worry about having to hit again. Those are all very baity. Those kind of crucifixion crosses. There's the Aru. Nothing appears to have changed. To be clear, the instructions were position yourself under the origin of the sound and then do it. I only think it really makes sense. Oh, it's absolutely in this. Mistwood Ruins. There's a... yeah, there's a rune bear over there. Of course there is. Will it accept this as the area? Only one way to find out, right? Oh!
Who goes there? Carly sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody. Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blythe. I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrowell. He fled somewhere nearby. Or so I've heard. Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward.
I believe I have slain Darrowell. Weren't they one of the people in one of the blood jails? The Ever jails?
Darrowell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale.
Darrowell. It's just that name is extremely familiar. I may have only read it in 1 or 2 different instances, but it's so familiar. I thought it was a boss. Oh, God. If it turns out that it was like a boss, but I killed them and then I sold their item and I don't have the ability to show the item here because of it. Oh, let's hope it's not that, please.
Darrowell is in need of a...
Darrowell is nothing but a trader in need for fitting into his tail. Siofra Riverval, Fort Heights. We should probably make our way out to Fort Height. Also, I should actually go down to the Siofra Riverwell as well. I don't know, what are we, 35 minutes right now?
Darrowell is in need of...
I don't think I'm going to provoke any more of the rune bears in this area. And in fact, I think I'm actually going to clock in a very small amount of my excess runes here. I need 1 smithing stone number 2, and then I can go back from my upgrades. Yeah, that one's still there. The growths over that person in the background do make me think that they might be the Dung Eater from the intro. Memory stone increases memory slots. Prized by the sorcerers who produce them. Let's get 1 smithing stone. Ooh, we also see some knight's equipment here, which I don't think was here prior, actually. Pretty damn good stats on it as well, though. I'll take the memory stone. Yeah, just immediately another slot for another spell. I don't even actually have to wear it. I was thinking it was probably going to be a talisman or something like that. Like, at least have it at the cost. And the reason we can do that is because of the golden rune number 5 that we found, which is then going to fund more upgrades.
Well, I took you no matter.
Stop thinking I'm dead. You're gonna make me think I'm dead. Yeah, 6 smithing stones for the next upgrade. There's no way we were gonna be doing that there. I could scrounge a little bit, get a little bit more of an upgrade on the Lord Sworn's greatsword, but I don't know about that. Ashes of War. What would I put in this? So I'd remove its... if I gave it one of these heavier attacks, I would be removing its dex scaling in order to increase its strength scaling from a C to a B. Is that valuable for us? So it takes our scale damage from 75 to 69, so we lose 6 on that. And we also lose 15 on our instantaneous damage, just as a physical effect of the weapon. However, as we increase our strength past this point, that might become a more reasonable thing for us to consider doing. I don't think we do it at the moment. It's very clear we shouldn't do it at the moment. But those are the upgrades I wanted to get. Siofra Riverwell, I think, was the thing I wanted to go to next. These are also leading down that way. There's so many things to do in this game. I get stunlocked by it consistently. My brain has no poise, and the game is smacking my brain with a giant rusted anchor, which, as we've previously settled, hopefully, does a lot of poise. I'm gonna drop the beacon for that steel as well. And instead, do I want the beacon there? Or, no. Actually, you know what? Let's go straight to the Church of Marika and go down from there. Might be a much simpler path for us. One thing I'll do before we even leave this site of grace, though, is... Ooh. Alteration of guns. I have nothing that can be altered, apparently. Memorize a new spell. Increases holy damage negation on divine fortification if I want that. I may go with Flamesling just to have another ranged tool at my disposal. Then flasks. Let's get another fast charge. I don't think I have another sacred tear. No, I don't. And that's a reasonable allocation, I think, still for us. It's the Gale Tunnel. What do I know or remember about the Gale Tunnel? I feel like I went into there and then I had to leave very quickly. That's a future problem. Excuse me? What are these? What is this second beacon on my... Really? To the Siofra Riverwell? The beacon system in this game is good. I just need to get used to being able to actually use it. I get confused by it instead and keep putting down beacons next to themselves or extra beacons whilst trying to remove beacons. I just wish it was a different button to place a beacon or take a beacon away than it is to confirm teleports and things like that. So here's the Siofra River Well. Which, I mean, it might just be as good a time as any to go down. I've got the heaviest weapon I can possibly imagine, and I'm coming for your Glovewit. I will accept smithing stones in the interim of a reasonable power level. I'm not running a charity here. Oh, I saw something in the distance straight ahead here. A light in the darkness. Yep. This area very similar to the others that we'd seen previously, afflicted by gravity stone. I'm so tempted to jump. I won't, because I'd have to do the whole ride again, I'm almost entirely certain. But what if I did survive it? Alright. Siofra River, I will take a very quick rest here. And considering the time, I will actually say that my name is Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Elden Ring up at the top left. Series playlist with all my content in the game, past, present, and future. Next episode, we're going to be exploring the Siofra River well depths down below. That series playlist is YouTube's recommendation of what it thinks you should watch next, and streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the public on patreon.com/Rhapsody plays out above the $10 tier. And a special thanks this episode to Kimaru. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully see you next time.